Okay, we are now with Mr. Grant. He is currently riding his motorcycle deftly through the streets. Where are you going?
All right, Nikos, if you would allow me, I would like to make my my private eye shop.
Yeah,
I would like to call it Mulan Rogue Detective Agency.
Mulan
And it's
Rogue?
yes, yes, hear me out. And it's located in a burlesque house.
Okay. Yep. Okay, yeah.
If that's allowed.
Absolutely incredible.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Ingenious.
Alright,
A master of your craft.
So I'm going there.
Perfect. All right. Not too long. Maybe like a 5 to 10 minute drive with your bike as you pull up to the front and park your vehicle. Sure thing. You make it.
So again, stop me if I'm making up too much. But there's a head. I walk in, and it's not my office because mine is kind of like on the second floor.
Sure.
Burlesque. Yeah. So I walk in, and the front desk person is Nancy, who's a person I know.
Sure.
Cool, and she's like the head burlesque lady. So I'm talking to her now.
Excellent. Nancy kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, hello, Mr. Grant. What can I do for you?"
How goes the business, Nancy?
Pretty good as usual. What can how's business on your side going?
Well, people are confusing my private session signs with yours, so it could be better.
Yes.
It could be better. I've worked on that joke for probably 2 minutes longer than I should have. Anyways,
Well, you always give me a smile on my face.
Nancy, I have a proposition for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. I'm throwing a party with a bunch of fat cats from the South, all right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hell yes.
I propose you bring, I don't know, 5 or 10 of your best girls and bring them to our party. I'm talking mayors, I'm talking senators.
Oh, senators, you say? I've had some work from that the senator from Georgia, that Mr. Barnacle. I've had some work
I
from
know him,
before.
actually.
Ah, is that the senator that you are talking about then?
That depends on if you like him or not.
Well, let's just say he pays well, so he's good in my book.
There we go. He will be there.
He gave me a gold bar.
Well,
For no reason.
that seems like an interesting proposition. Where was this again?
haunted house.
So, that's the thing. Are you familiar with the what's the place called?
Corbitt
The
House, I
Corbitt
think?
House. Yep.
Is it Corbitt or
I keep-
Cordon?
Corbitt.
Corbett.
So
Oh, I
Corbitt.
thought it was
Corvin.
no,
this was
it's
the Crow
I thought it was
Corbett.
Corvin.
The
Oh, yeah, I thought this was a crow.
Crow.
I think
Crow.
I actually shared a little bit of a document with you guys, just with very basic details.
Corbitt House.
It should say like handout 1 in your
Yeah,
journal
yeah, yeah.
section.
Basic.
So that just has like a little bit of information about it.
Yeah, I just didn't read that
that one.
because I'm stupid.
That's fine. You didn't need to. I went over the basic info at the beginning, but that's like so you guys can stay refreshed because I'm sure this will span a couple sessions.
So I say, Nancy, are you familiar with the Corbitt House?
Yes, I am. Is that where the party is going to be held?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good little get together. Senator Crazy Guy wants kind of a haunted theme going on.
I see. Well, we've gone to worse places, let me tell you. So,
We're just setting up a full-on party. Like that's what this session is.
will the senator be there? I assume.
The senator is guaranteed to be there, and not only this, but he's got a guy who makes a hell of a hash brown.
Huh. Well, all right. I'll take your word for it. You have someone. I forgot to mention this. You actually have someone waiting for you up in your office.
Oh,
Whenever you get a chance.
all right. I right, I'll see you at 8 then. Again, your best women.
Sounds good. Will do. She kind of like gives a little salute to you as you move your way upstairs.
It ain't a party till we have hash browns.
All right, I'm headed to my office.
Certainly. Yeah. As you walk up, I'd like you to make me a spot hidden and a listen check. This is another thing that I realized that we should say since we're doing a purely audio medium. When you roll, say what number you roll, just so people listening
All right.
know what you roll.
Oh, that would be
A
real
spot
smart.
hidden and what's the other
Oh,
one?
that's good. We should.
Well, we've only made like 2 rolls, so it's
Yeah.
like not a big deal.
That's true. It's
But
true.
I just realized, oh yeah, people can't see what we're seeing.
What do you want us to say out loud?
Just when you roll, say the number aloud that you rolled, just because people who are
Okay.
listening in will then know what you rolled. So you could say for that psychology check, 53 out of 75. So people.
Okay, all right.
would know.
And you want spot hidden and what else?
And listen, both would be great.
All right, cool. My spot hidden's a failure, 87 versus 75.
Oof.
Damn.
Ooh.
And my listen, where are you? There you are. Another failure.
Ooh.
It's,
Okay. If you would like,
Whistling.
yeah.
33
So
versus 20.
an aspect of the game is something you can do is called pushing a roll. So this is something that you can do if you don't like the roll you had, you can choose to push it, meaning you get to re-roll it, but if you fail that roll, then something exponentially worse is going to happen. So, like for your spot hidden, like if you choose to push the roll, you would say, okay, I'm going to describe a little bit more in detail. In this case, since you're not really pushing it, you don't need to describe something as well, since it was something that I called for, not that you called for. But like you would, for instance, say, okay, I'm going to get really close to the ground and see if I can find these footprints. So you can push the roll. If you succeed, then it's a normal success. No, we continue on from there. If you fail, though, you slip and get a splinter in your eye, and you take damage because
Okay.
it can be bad. So you can choose to push either of those rolls, but something bad can happen if you do.
What's the spot hidden skill?
So basically, I'm having you roll this because to see if you notice anything off as you're approaching your office.
All right, yeah. Can I push that again?
Certainly, go for it.
Am I in my office or am I outside my office?
You are outside of it. You're about to open the door. I'll say.
Okay. Look, I always close my door, and it's like slightly cracked this time. And so
Yeah.
I'm gonna push that thing.
I like it. Go for it.
Look, there's dangers of hosting your business above a burlesque club. Look,
Ooh.
sometimes your
Now,
office is just gonna get
extreme.
used for things.
Things that you might not want to happen.
It comes with the job. No pun
Or maybe you
intended.
do.
Nice. So that is a 12 out of 75. So that is an extreme success. Now that you did that, you get to put next to your spot hidden. Let's see, there it is. You, if you're looking at your sheet there, you would like tap that little circle there. That means,
I tapped it, but it like.
try again. There we go. So that means towards the end, when we're rolling, you get to attempt to improve that, and I'll go over that later. That's something more mechanical that we don't need to have on the recording. That's fine. So that is very good, though. An extreme success means that you actually can see two. You can kind of see, because it's kind of like that tinted glass, you know what I mean? Not tinted, but like kind of opaque. Like you can kind of see through it, but not really. And you see that there are two figures in the room that are it looks like they're probably talking. You can't hear what they're saying, but you see two figures in there.
I'm gonna put on my brass knuckles, but like I'll walk in with like my hands in my pocket,
Sure.
and I'll kind of like I'll tap the door open a little bit, and kind of stand at the door.
Okay. The door kind of swings open, and you see just one woman sitting in the chair in front of your desk. She kind of startlingly turns to you and says, hello. Are you, Mr. Grant?
Please call me Cal.
Hello, Cal. I'm gonna get right to the point. She kind of stands up and kind of walks towards you. You are... I've overheard you talking about going to the Corbitt house. You and those two other people that you're with, you're not being very quiet about things.
You interested in a party, Tits?
No. I'm here to tell you that you should not do it. There is something evil in that house that you should not press. That house should be condemned. It should be torn down. I don't know why the city hasn't done it already, but there is something evil in that place that should not be disturbed.
Why do you think I'm throwing a party there, lady?
What? What? No, that's the opposite of leaving something undisturbed.
Like, I've done my fair share of investigations, and I find the more people that are in harm's way, the easier it is to find the villain.
So you're setting up a bunch of innocent people as bait to lure out
Gonna
some...
die. And believe me, if you come over, look, there's a hell of a hash brown to be made. I can't stress it enough.
I don't know what that means, and there is
A hell of a hash brown?
there is no way that I'm going back to that house ever.
I'll break it down for you, okay? A hash brown is this cool, like, little potato thing that
No,
you can
I know
make
what a
and
hash
use.
brown is. The way you use it.
Okay, well, helva is like a slang for hell, right?
Well,
so,
I know.
Like
okay.
a lot of...
Okay,
So
I
a
see.
hell of a hash brown is what you could have.
Okay, look, I'm not ever stepping foot in that house ever again, and I don't think you should either. You need to listen. That everyone you bring into that house is going to die or worse. You shouldn't even investigate. You should destroy it while you can.
Look,
And she kind
when
of...
I'm an investigator, when someone says don't do something, that just makes me want to do it more.
She says, I've warned you, and she kind of begins to try to move past you to go out the door.
Wait. Perhaps you could convince me why this is such a bad idea. You're holding out something.
Look, the things that have gone down, the things that have occurred in that house, it's nothing good has come out of that place, ever.
Lady, you could say the same thing about this office. We're in a burlesque house.
She kind of closes her eyes and like puts her fingers to her temple, and she says, "Look, I'm just trying to get across that I'm trying to help. I can't get much more to script than I already have. I can't explain what has occurred there. It drove my husband insane. I can't. Just trust me."
Do you mind if I ask you some questions then?
Make a charm or persuade roll for me.
Charm or persuade? I also have the ladies' man trait, just for the record.
You do.
Charm, is that one? Charm or persuade, or both?
Either. Whichever one whichever one is higher. You'd want to roll.
Persuade. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do my charm.
Go for it.
Put the charm on her. Huzzah! Success. 59 versus 75.
Excellent. She kind of like hesitantly like looks down at the ground, and she turns around and sits down at the chair in front of your desk, and she says, "Ask your questions."
Alright, I move to my front desk, because now this is business. I'm serious now.
Yeah, I like it.
Put on my serious face, and I ask her to be real with me. And what's happened? If you don't tell me what happens in this house, I'm gonna go. But if you tell me what you're holding out on, maybe I don't go.
She says, "Okay, my name is Gabriella. I was I guess once an owner, I guess you could say, of the house. I think the most recent one.
Can I be writing like some of this down, like just the important notes?
Absolutely, you can.
And by me, I mean like you, but like it's really me.
I know what you're saying. So like
Okay,
later on,
cool.
you can say,
Got
"Hey,
it.
Nikos, what did that lady say?" And I can say, "This is what she
And
said."
Nikos can tell you whatever he wants to.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, she says, my name is Gabriella Macario. I was I think the previous owner of the place with my husband, and our kids, but that's beside the point. We lived there for a very short amount of time, but
The Macario family, you're the family that moved out that house.
that's correct. There's something. First, I thought I was just tired after the moving. We moved in from up in New York. We moved because we tried to, I don't know, find a new start, I guess. But the house was cheap, easy. We thought it was a blessing in disguise, but it was more of a, I don't know, a cruel twist of fate. I saw things that to this day I can't explain. An evil presence is in the house. I don't know how to describe it. It's a figure burning.
Like I've heard a lot of crazy things. Try your best.
Okay. It had burning coal-like eyes. Hatred filled eyes. It was withered. I would wake with it standing over me, leaning. I don't know. I still not entirely sure what it was, but I'd see it there one moment and then the next it was gone. It wasn't until it started moving things that I realized it was actually real. Dishes would go flying, they would smash and break. Cabinets would splinter. At one point, there was one of the kitchen knives went flying towards my daughter, but thankfully it missed. We were getting ready to move out when...
So, was anyone ever harmed? Nah, Mrs. Knotts, I presume?
Well, not exactly. My husband was driven mad by this thing, this creature. I don't know. He's now at the Roxbury Sanatorium, but
Roxbury Sanatorium.
I don't know. All he does is mumble and cradle his Bible. That's it. That's all he does now. Whatever it was, it did something to him. It did something to his mind. I don't know what, but he snapped, and I don't know.
One last question, Mrs. Knotts.
Mm-hmm.
Before I came in
it's
here,
it's Macario. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Macario, I said Knotts. Macario. I heard you talking earlier before I came in. What was that about?
Oh, she kind of like gets a little clammed up and sits up straight. And she says, I just was trying to think of what to say to you before you came in. That's all. That's all. And that's all I know. And she kind of begins to stand up. And
Now, Mrs. Macario, I've asked you to be honest with me.
that's the truth. If you'd like, you can make a psychology check to see if she's telling the truth.
I suck at psychology, but alright. Let's do it. Whoa!
Oh!
Holy crap! 3 out of 10. Very nice.
Make sure to mark that.
Fucking
Make sure to click that.
Bazingas.
Yeah, I'm
Jesus
marking that
Christ.
psychology.
Because you're slowly gonna be really good at reading people if you
The
keep this up.
fundamental understanding.
Holy moly! You look at her and you see that like Sherlock Holmes, you begin to analyze the situation.
Can I take out my magnifying glass?
Yeah, sure. And you take out your
Yeah,
magnifying glass and you begin to look through it and do kind of a little pose as you kind of examine. You see, she is wearing kind of disheveled clothing. Nothing like it wasn't too noticeable at first, but you can see like maybe it hasn't been washed in a little while. Her hair is a little bit knotted in places. She's kind of not taking. You can tell she's not taking the greatest care of herself. She is 100% holding something else back from you, and she is afraid of whatever that is. Not necessarily afraid of you learning the information, but she is afraid that if you find out, she's afraid of what will happen if you find out. That's what she's afraid of. So I'll say, because you got a hard success, you were able to kind of discern all of that just by a quick glance through your magnifying glass. You were able to discern all that information.
Alright, cool. Well, madam, if that's all you've got for me, you're free to leave.
She says, "Thank you. Please, like I said, the house is better off destroyed. Don't go in. It will only cause you harm, and I don't want that place hurting anyone else." And she turns and kind of walks out the door. And as the door closes, again, as you look through the glass, you swear you see the silhouette of a figure walking next to her. All right, where to next for Mr. Grant?
I'm gonna head to the where were we meeting? Boston Globe?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Boston Globe. I believe that's location 2 in my notes. Yes. Okay. So, as to make this as simple as possible, both of you arrive on the scene at the same time. You on your motorcycle, and you two in a beautiful, beautiful vehicle pull up and meet outside of the building. What would you like to do?
Guys, have I got some crazy news for you?
Is this party
Get this.
time or?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
Oh no, this
We've
is
got.
no. You're fine. This is probably about 2:30 in game time.
Okay.
As you
Okay.
all arrive.
The camp stove is set up when you walk up.
We have got. I'm gonna put my hands on the over the stove. I'm a little chilly. In the June, we have got
June breeze.
10 beautiful women coming to our party. Okay, I thought you'd be a
the
little more
news.
excited. That's fine.
Are they
Oh.
they fancy women or?
They are
Oh.
classy women.
Oh,
10 of the
wonderful!
best.
Is it? What's her name? She works at the burlesque. I think she runs the burlesque shop in Boston. Oh, she's wonderful. I
Nancy.
can't remember her name. Nancy, that's her. Oh my God, wonderful woman. Oh yes, I think I gave her a gold bar once.
She mentioned that actually.
It's very fun. Yes. Okay. Let's go down to the. Would you like to join us in going down to the newspaper?
Yeah.
Are we going down to the newspaper? That plan? Go and talk to somebody actually fancy?
That sounds
Yeah.
like a good plan.
I mean, could do that. I could stay here, keep making hash browns.
So wait, are we at the Corbitt house right now? Corbitt?
I thought you said you were going to
No,
meet
we're
up
at the Globe.
at the Globe in front of the Globe.
Oh,
But you guys
yeah.
don't know
So
where
the
to go.
camp stove is still out.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, I assume so. You're just kind of like
Just
sitting out on
make
the
it-
front steps.
I gotta
to
make
the-
a lot
let's
of
go to the
hash
Globe.
browns.
Absolutely.
we gotta go to the. We're going to the globe. I kind of drag.
Oh, Irons just packs up the camp
I
stove,
drag Sheldon
puts
on.
away the already made hash browns.
Excellent.
I'm like mixing drinks at my in my little like private car bar, and I'm like, would you like what would you like? A whiskey sour?
I'll take a whiskey sour.
Here you go. I'm like pouring stuff and kind of like handing out drinks. There's like really the glasses are like really like those really crazy nice like $100 glasses.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
they have like your seal. I don't know if you have a seal, but they've got
yeah.
like something
In like etched in glass
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Oh, for sure. They're nice.
Crystallines. Oh yeah. And I pour myself a whiskey. I go to the drive. David, would you like a whiskey?
Thank you, sir, but I think I'm actually gonna stay dry for the day. I need to keep my wits about me here.
Wonderful.
Just make sure to find the right people.
Acceptable. Very good. Very good.
David, everybody drinks and drives. What's the issue?
Yeah.
Oh,
It relaxes you.
It
I hear it
calms
makes you
the
drive
nerves.
better.
You drive better when you're drunk.
if I'm being honest, I'm not too much of a I'm more of a lightweight when it comes to drinking, but I want to make sure I can get the people that you need, Mr. Barnacle, to get the house cleaned up. So
Very true. While you're doing that, make sure to send out invites to the party. Did you hear? We got 10 of the best dancers from Miss Nancy's studio.
oh yes, sir.
And I'm gonna make pies.
Is that a like actual pie, sir, or pies? And he winks.
Pies. Like pies. Like physical blueberry pies. Like I need to get ingredients.
Oh, good, sir. He says, well, sir, I will.
Strawberry rhubarb.
Where would you like me to pick you up, sir? If I'll go do some errands now.
Okay, so yeah, you go do those errands. Pick me up some pie ingredients: strawberry, rhubarb, the rest.
Certainly.
Yeah, some blueberries. We should definitely get pecans. Yeah.
How are
we should
we?
get
How are we getting alcohol for this place?
alcohol? Oh, that's a good. Where's the hooch place around here?
He kind of looks around and says, "Well, sir, I know I've taken you there a couple of times. It's the
Oh, there
it's
it
the-
is. I remember.
the joint
It's coming
downtown
back to
that has."
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are going to go to the Globe. Then we are going to go to the joint downtown.
All right. I'll meet you there then, sir.
Wonderful.
Excellent. And he rolls up the window and begins to drive off. Okay, so you guys are all
Nice.
outside of the Boston Globe.
Okay. Can I say I swiped one of my whiskey bottles to like bring as a gift?
Sure. That's not anything too difficult to like.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about rolling or
Yeah.
anything with that. Okay.
But yeah, I'll say I'm bringing. I'll like any of you guys got like a bow or ribbon or something.
Oh, a ribbon.
I got some twine. That work?
Yeah, that's rustic. I like that.
Mhm.
I tie the twine on
Sure,
it.
I like it.
Like a bow.
Perfect.
That's never gonna stay on there. You realize? Just pull right there and it'll come right off.
It's yeah, no, that's the point.
Then why tying a knot on it?
It looks nice. It's a gift.
I'll never understand you.
I'll walk up to the entrance.
Look,
and
listen, I'm
bolt
not
the
the
door.
one who made and ate steaming hot eggs at a
I
cafe.
didn't make them
As-
at the cafe. I made them at home.
Yeah, on the fucking campfire on my hardwood
I didn't
floors.
do it on the rug. You told
As
me
you
to
are-
be careful about the rug.
As you're all discussing this, Grant just opens the door to the
I'm just opening it.
the globe door as you two are just arguing on the steps, and immediately the sound of busy like work is just like filling this area. You hear typewriters going crazy. You can see like there's like an additional like layer of atmosphere of just like cigarette smoke that has filled this room. There are people talking, papers being passed around. It is very busy in here. You can smell like fresh ink and just a lot of I'd say it's fairly loud. Not like people screaming by any means, but like, you know, there's a constant activity, constant talking going on here. And you see at the kind of at a front desk area, a young woman who is currently on the phone with someone sees you open the door and kind of waves for you to come in, but holds up a finger to wait to talk as she's finishing on the phone.
Okay, I walk up and kind of like wait impatiently.
She says, yes, I know. Okay, and you want this ad for, 3 weeks? And she's writing a couple things down, and she says, okay. Thank you, Mr. Smith. I will get back to you with more information later.
Oh, is that Larry Smith?
She kind of nods her head to you, and
Oh, tell him. I'm like leaning over the desk now. Larry, it's Sheldon.
And you hear like, you can't hear the voice, but you hear like it yells like, oh no, and you can't like make out what he's saying, but he clearly recognizes you. And she says, yes, no, I have a lot of work to get to, Mr. Smith. I'll call you back soon. Thank you. And she like hangs up and she says, excellent. Hello, Mr. Senator. How may I help you today? Oh, you called in earlier. You want to talk with Artie, right?
Wonderful.
All right. Well, he's in the back room. Anything?
Thank you. I mean, start walking.
Okay. As you do, she kind of looks towards Grant, and she says, "Oh, Mr. Grant, is it?"
That'd be me.
Yes. I'm just. I know a little bit about you. You do a lot of work around here. Is there anything I can help you with today, or are you with the senator?
I'm with the senator.
Okay, excellent. And she kind of looks at the younger woman with both of you, and she says, "I assume you're with them as well?"
Yeah. I'm with them. She's got a fucking hiking backpack with 2 guns on.
Yep. And she says, "Okay, all right."
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a friend of mine.
Sheldon
Oh,
Irons,
no,
ma'am.
no.
She just extends.
She's my
She just
ward.
puts her hand out.
She takes it and shakes it and says, "Pleasure to meet ya." If you haven't
She
met
has
Artie
a
before,
fucking bear grip handshake. It's
yeah,
horrific.
she's very surprised. She's like, "Oh, well, all right." Artie is a little bit in a mood today. Just be aware of that. I don't know if any of you have met him before, but
There is no mood that I have ever seen that cannot be sated by a wonderful, nice, smooth bottle of whiskey.
you haven't met Artie. Anyways, good luck.
Okay, so is there any like protocol that we should take, like how to talk and act around him to not make him real pissed off, or is he already past
If
that?
you find that out while you're in there, let me know, because I could definitely use that.
Oh, you are a doll.
She kind of like goes,
Okay,
and nods her head, and the phone rings again, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna take this. It's probably Mr. Smith again. And she picks up the phone.
As we're walking over, I kind of like turn to them and say, I gotta send her a bottle of wine or something. She does too much work for that man. But yeah. So we walk over to Artie's office.
Perfect. It's the largest room in the place, so you can pretty clearly find it. On the door is the name Artie Wilmot. He and you can hear him talking with someone on the other side of the door. You can see he's on the phone, just kind of through the glass, and he's kind of screaming, and you hear him slam the phone down, and yeah.
I'm going to rap gently on his door.
He says, "What? What's going on?"
I'm going to open it and say, "Oh, hello. I am Sheldon Barnacle."
I know who you are, yeah. Let's see, Mr. Barnacle. Yeah, I was told that you are interested in speaking with me. So, what can I do for you, or more accurately, what can you do for me? Take a seat, please, sir.
Well, I bought this bottle of whiskey for you as a gift. I was just wondering if we could sit down and have a little conversation.
Certainly.
I've Okay, yeah. I gotta sit down in the chair and I hand him the bottle of whiskey. It's pretty good whiskey. It's not like top shelf, but it's
Sure.
also not bottom shelf.
Pete takes a look
But
at
like
it.
it's solid
He
drinking whiskey.
takes a look at it and sets it. He opens a bottom drawer, which with you can already hear some clanking bottles, and he sets it down in there and closes it. And he says, "I will certainly enjoy that later." And he pulls out a long cigar and kind of lights it, and just kind of is sitting there in his desk, puffs on it a little bit, and says, "So,
I'm gonna pull up my own. You have a light.
certainly." And he kind of reaches in, pulls out a match, and strikes it, and lights your cigar for you.
I'm actually gonna pass cigars to the other people here.
I've got my pipe, my detective pipe.
I'm gonna...
It says detective on the side.
In case he ever
that's
forgets
incredible.
what he
Yeah.
does.
You see, he has his at-home pipe, and then he has his detective
His
pipe.
detective-
He needs,
His
Exactly,
work
they're
pipe.
different.
yeah,
Sheldon
there's
just like,
different.
I have my work car, my pleasure car, and my house car. He has his
Work
pipe,
pipe.
his pleasure pipe.
ooh, his pleasure pipe is not
my
something he
pleasure-
should be
Uh-oh.
pulling out here.
pleasure pipe that stays away.
Yeah, he should avoid that kind of at all.
No,
That comes out in the
But,
bathtub.
Ooh. You want a
but,
pleasure
only the
pipe,
bathtub.
Nico?
The pleasure
But not
pipe.
the bathtub. I got stuck. In it. But
It took so much pig grease to get me out.
This is why I tell you, stop
much butter and
bathing
pig
with a
grease.
stick of butter. You're
Hey,
not
Art-
soup.
that's the only way I can get out.
Artie says, "All right, fellas and lady, please pull up a chair. Let's talk."
I
You
pull up the best. Yes. We're just wondering. I'm just here for information on the Corbitt house.
okay. Yeah, you and
I'm throwing a party there tonight.
oh, interesting. Yeah, so we have a lot of people.
I was also going to invite you and everybody at this fine establishment if you would like to come. It is a fun social gathering. I have invited the mayor and other socialites in town.
Have you got dancers coming?
Got 10 of the finest dancers from Nancy's place. I'm guessing you've been there.
Oh yeah, of course.
But,
Nancy, good gal. Anyways, let's cut right to the chase. You need information from me, and I'm a very busy person. So what can you do for me? I have some information on the house, though not a lot of interesting stuff has happened there to my knowledge. Of course, we've had some issues with some of our logs. The morgue, of course. Not the morgue where we keep, the morgue where we keep all of our articles. Is going to have probably something for you. I can have Ruth take you down there. But what can you do for me?
that depends. What do you want done?
Well, you're a powerful man, Mr. Senator, in certain places, specifically Georgia. You have the ins with a lot of members of Congress. Boston Globe
Yeah,
would be...
close friend.
The Boston Globe wouldn't be too, worried about some exclusive interviews, possibly. But there's a little bit more that I think you could maybe set up for me. I know about...
What do you mean?
Actually, he kind of looks towards Mr. Grant, and he says, "Now, seeing you here is a little bit of a surprise, as you've made it into the paper a couple of times. I'm sure you know you've made some good discoveries, We've had multiple accounts of people fooling around, but you've had some large cases on your belt. How about this? You, pointing at Mr. Grant, do a little bit of legwork for me. I know you can do some things. We have some work that needs to be done in a little place called Arkham. I think there's a story brewing there. We could use someone who's not associated with the Globe, if you know what I'm saying. Someone who can do some things off the record. I think you might be the right man for the job, am I right?" And he takes a puff off of his cigar.
So
I
off
tested.
the record is his middle name.
I take an even longer puff on my pipe.
Mm-hmm.
I cough a little bit, just a little bit, like a man, you know.
Yes.
And then I say, now I, being from Boston, know about Arkham, but my two friends here aren't.
I've been to
Now,
Arkham.
so what the fuck is Arkham?
Okay, yes.
Real nice place.
Arkham's a nice town. Nice town. I can give you some more information about it later.
Sounds dreary and horrible.
Oh, it is, as most places are here in
Anything
the
like
East.
Boston?
But
It
Yeah,
rains a
no.
lot.
it certainly does.
Yeah, that makes it dreary and horrible.
But of course, Mr. Grant, you will be compensated for this. But I would like your word that you will help me with this. And of course, we can do a lot with someone who doesn't follow through with their word. The paper is a very, very strong source of material here that most people read, and it would be a shame if some unsavory articles get released about you. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
I understand.
course.
I take an even longer puff on my pipe and kind of like blow it in his direction, and I go, I understand.
Of course, Miss. And of course, you are a incredibly powerful socialite in this here city. And I know I've heard of your exploits, and by the way, wonderful. Do you think you could get people to come to our party tonight? We have the important people, but you got to get the gribblies, the little that make the important people keep
Let's
staying
see.
important.
And this is the party at the Corbitt house at 8 o'clock?
Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
I've already had some words about it. I can probably finagle my way around a couple things, get a handful of people, if not more. Small house, so...
Wonderful. Small house, but big party.
Exactly. 5 people in a house that size by itself is quite large, so I'll get a few at the very least to come in and experience some of the fun I assume we're gonna have.
It'll be great,
Anyways,
yes.
you go talk to
It'll be
Ruth,
Wonderful.
and he kind of writes out on a little piece of paper, cigar in mouth, and he says, "And you give this to her," and he hands it to Barnacle. He says, "You give this to her, and she'll take you to where you need to go. Corbitt House. We definitely have at least something down there on it. I look forward to those interviews, Mr. Senator," and pointing at Mr. Grant, he says, "I look forward to working with you in the future. Stay in town for a little while so I can, put together what I need, but within the next month or so, we'll have you down there." How does that sound?
The pleasure's mine.
He kind of chuckles to himself, takes
Yeah, I'm gonna chuckle while I'm smoking my cigar
takes
too.
another puff before he kind of pats it out and says, "All right, get out. I have some work to do."
Have you heard of this cancer thing? These people are getting cancer
No,
now.
that's-
They say it's
Yeah,
from
they call
tobacco.
it
No.
the Oliver Twist.
So stupid.
That's not real. That's just propaganda.
Tobacco, it's healthy. It keeps your heart healthy.
Keeps you strong, focused.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm gonna go. Okay, where's Ruth again?
She'll be out, small desk to the right of my room.
Okay, wonderful. I go.
Excellent. Alrighty. Have a nice day, fellas. And lady. And he
Uh,
kind of tips his...
have a good one.
And he begins to make another phone call. You see this very, very old woman, who is kind of hunched over. She's got almost kind of like sagging jowls almost, glasses, a lot of makeup, and she's like kind of slowly typing away on a typewriter. As you approach, she doesn't notice you approach. She just...
I am. Hello, Miss Ruth.
No response.
I'm gonna knock on the desk.
She kind of goes, "Huh? Oh, hello. Oh, you're a big fellow. How can I help you
Thank
today?"
We would like to. What were we doing again? We would like to. We're checking through the files for the Corbitt
we'll go to the
house.
morgue. Yeah, okay. She kind of says, "All right, follow me. Follow me. We'll go down the stairs and I'll get you set up in the room, and you can take all the time you need. All right.
Wonderful.
Kind of begins to slowly make her way downstairs. And eventually you get into this room. It's lit by a single lamp, kind of. There's tons of files here, and she just kind of looks over. Hold on, let me. I think I have a page here for your. Yes, she's eyeing Cal up and down quite a bit, and is just kind of keeping a close eye on him in terms of. She's kind of smiling and like looking at him a little bit as you all kind of enter this room. And she says, "Now you take all the time you need. Obviously, Artie has given you permission to be down here, so should be no problems there." And she kind of says, "Now, there's there might be some missing information. We had a fire here, back in, I think it was the late 70s. We had a little bit of a fire here, but yeah, you need any help finding things, let me know. I'll be up at my desk, but just make sure nothing goes missing, and we should be all fine."
Gotcha. Sounds wonderful.
She kind of turns around and begins to walk back up the stairs slowly. But yeah, so you guys have this room of like boxes of stuff. So if you'd like, each of you can make a library use check to find any information in here.
I'm not very
Oh, I
good at
probably
that.
should have taken some library use. That might have been smart.
61 out of...
Bozoinkle.
Oh!
We all got 60.
So 64,
But
61,
guys,
66
it's like
out of
reverse
20.
golf rules.
So you guys don't need to worry about
So, like,
pushing
real
rolls.
points.
You guys don't need to worry about pushing rolls, because this is just going to take time. So you're kind of shifting through these boxes, and you're not finding anything of interest. So you all can make...
Look at my watch, and I'm keep paying attention to the
Yeah,
time.
certainly.
It's like
I'll
around
let
9
you know.
o'clock, I gotta go get booze.
Yeah, before... I'll keep you posted on the time of when the party's going to go down. It's still fairly... it's like 3 in the afternoon, so it's not too bad.
Okay, we got time.
So you all can make another check.
Pa's gotta go in the oven.
Or you guys can make... someone can help another person and give them a bonus die.
I think we all are 20, so it's more worth it just to keep
That's
going.
also fair.
By the power of Sheldon!
82! There we go.
Oh, the
Sheldon.
Power
Oh,
of
so-
Sheldon compels you.
Alrighty. Another aspect, I'm not saying you should do it, but just so you know, Jeremy, there is the luck. So you have a decent amount of luck that you can use. From a keeper perspective, I don't think you should use it on this check since someone succeeded. But basically, you can spend 5 luck to reduce that to 20, which would make that a success. But that's lowering your luck score by 5.
And it would like permanently lower it.
Yes.
Okay.
So luck is a thing you can spend, but also you sometimes need to make luck checks. So like the more
Okay.
you use your luck, the worse you're gonna be in terms of luck checks.
Yeah.
You're literally losing luck. So like once your character hits 0 luck, it's not instant death, but you are going to have a very, very, very hard time going forward. Like
Yeah, you
you
have
may
no
randomly
dice
step.
fixing.
You may randomly step on a rusty nail that gives you a disease and does a damage to you. So like,
It's
when your luck is low, it's rough.
You get tetanus.
However, I will
get tetanus.
let me share this handout then with just Gareth, and you can actually read it aloud if you'd like. Of the little, let me make sure this is the right.
I
handout
get
so I don't give you something
secrets
you-
that are real fun.
You do, so you can.
You get handout number 743, and it's just like
It just
Okay, that-
ultimate
says
secrets of the
Bazing.
campaign.
It should be in your journal now, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It is.
Perfect. There you go. Handout 2.
Alright, looks like... Flip. Oh, yeah. Story never published.
Yeah,
In 1880, some French folk lived in the house, but left after some accidents. Some yeesh, yeah, accidents. 1909, another family moved in, started dying from all sorts of stuff. 1914, the big one, killed himself with a kitchen knife. Yikes! They moved on out.
Ugh.
And then we got the Macarios, but wow, they all got sick right about same time. Ain't that something? Could I make an occult roll to try to interpret everything they say and see if
Absolutely,
I know
love it.
anything? Because this seems a little bit spoopy.
It does.
Throw them occult rolls. Bazinga.
Ooh, ooh.
Ouch.
You could obviously push the roll.
I'm gonna
but-
do it.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
you
push
kind of
it to the limit.
you like take out
Push.
you take out your family occult book. I believe that
Yeah,
was your
just start
treasure
flipping
possession.
through it, like
And you
open
start
on
looking
one
for info.
side. Yeah, like
Yeah,
clipping out
abs-
pieces of the papers and like tacking them up.
Yep, I like it.
Oh,
Oh no!
no.
So that was on a push roll a 90 out of 75. So you're kind of reading
15
through it,
luck.
reading through it, and as you get to a specific page, it stands out to you, and it's talking about disease and how disease keeps standing out to you as a major aspect of this. Your parents, obviously being, you were kind of raised in this occult lifestyle. Your parents told you to always be afraid of hexes and curses. This sounds like a curse. You think this land might be cursed by something, from the knowledge you have.
Wow.
well, think that the old house might have some kind of curse going on in it.
Wait, didn't he fail that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
That's why. That's what I think.
But you guys don't know that.
Yeah. I think might be some kind of
Character-wise.
curse going on in that there house. You know, might just have to burn it down, but might as well check it out, see if we can lift the curse. But I'll be real careful while we're in there.
It'd be fun to have a party in a cursed house.
I really don't think we should do the party, sir. It's a real rough plan.
Guys, there's no
We've already
such
gone
thing as
through
curses.
this. There's no stopping it. That's what
I
I'm
mean-
talking about. That's the kind of thought. Party don't stop till the curse stops it.
Well, problem being, sir. Curse might do a hell of a lot more than stop it. Especially if
Yes, but-
this house here goes and curses whoever goes into
Look,
it.
Listen,
That'd be even
the
worse.
party
They take
process
the
has
take
already
the
been
curse with them
started.
elsewhere.
We're already too deep in. Do you know how many people
we're
we
already
have to
too
resend
deep.
an invitation
You know how
to?
many dancers we have coming
Yeah,
to this
because you
thing?
told me it's 10.
You know how many pies I've planned to make that I
You
now
won't
have
stop
to?
talking about the pies. I know.
He bought the ingredients.
Yeah, the ingredients are
All
there.
right, all right.
The mayor
Jeez.
is coming.
I'm just saying it might not be super safe on out there. That's all.
Yeah, we have. How many guns do we have within
Several.
between us? Several, exactly. we just gotta fill some of them with salt to deal with the fucking ghosts. Haven't you heard about this?
Of course I know about that, but it ain't a ghost. It's a curse. I'm the one who told you
well-
about that.
First ground, ghost ground, exact same thing.
Oh, God.
I swear, one of these days you're just gonna give me a goddamn heart attack with all this nonsense.
I'm gonna go on first.
I mean, yeah, have you looked at yourself?
God.
Well, frankly, that's a little rude.
Yeah, but I'm not wrong.
Jesus.
You don't say that to your face.
Right.
It's
I will
fair,
say
sir.
it's about 6 in the afternoon, or 6 p.m. now. So it's getting close to party time.
But yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, I gotta go get the booze.
Yeah, and you this, after you do a little bit more searching, this was like the only article you were able to find in here about
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna slip it into the old binder set pocket of the family notebook.
Yeah.
When that buck came out, I thought you said something into the old butthole.
And as you
Just
kind of
slip it
go,
up nature's pocket.
Only place to hide it.
as you kind of go, you see Ruth, who is coming down to kind of check on you, says, "Oh, did you find everything all right?"
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we did.
Again, since the fire kind of a while ago took out some of our more.
We didn't really find all that much, but we did find a wonderful ad for pizza.
Oh, good.
We're gonna go get some.
But if you need more information, I suggest checking out the. She kind of looks to Grant and says, "I suggest you check out the Hall of Records. They probably would have a little bit more information on the subject of the house." She kind of says,
Sorry, lady. It's hooch time.
"Of course, if you'd ever like to just talk, I'm always willing to talk." And she kind of gives a little wink at Kelvin, or not Kelvin. Oh, jeez. Oh my God.
Oh, you're confusing my.
Your
my
D&D
guy.
character.
Calvin.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Cal. There
It's
we go.
falling
Right?
apart. I can't play in this kind of an environment.
This is insane. I apologize so deeply. No.
Did we already invite her to the party?
Oh, Ruth,
Ah!
we're having a party tonight at the Corbitt house.
Oh.
It might be a little hard for you
Why?
because we have burlesque dancers coming about 10 of them.
Oh.
Will be about a large amount of booze.
Well, I know a thing
Will
or
be
two
a
about.
raucous.
I know a thing or two about those fancy dancings, and she kind of like.
I'm
She
sure
kind
you.
of she kind of gives a wink at Mr. Grant again.
Oh my lord!
We'll all be there, me included.
I'll have to take a stop by then. I think it's thanks
It'll
for
be
inviting
alright.
me.
Will be positively splifficated.
And she says, "Oh, well, thank you, you big cheese. That's just berries. This is the bees. My dogs are killing me though, so I gotta go sit down."
All right.
For
Don't
reference,
worry, everything's
for
great.
reference, whenever just anybody starts saying some just stupid shit, this is because Nikos gave us a 1920s slang article right
did.
before all of this started.
Yep. Oh, it's good.
Some giggle water.
You want a little giggle water as a treat?
She kind of like pats Mr. Grant on the shoulder and says, "Well, all right, I'll see you there, you little lounge lizard."
Well, isn't she a choice bit of calico? She is straight up daub.
Mr. Irons, would it make you feel more comfortable if Mr. Barnacle here perhaps made a visit to the police department to set up boundaries, protection?
Oh, that could be easily obliged.
Do we
Nothing those cops
we
won't
really
do
want
for
to
$100.
bring police into a spook town? Like, this is all kind of spooky, and my experience, them cop folk don't tend to be all that. Well,
We'll tell them there's some guy who said that he'd rob us, and they'll have two men
yeah,
stand
but
outside.
I ain't worried about presenting them with spooky stuff. I figured we ain't never gonna do that, but I just
It's two guns. If shit
it's
goes
two
wrong.
guns attached to two people who ain't super ready to sucker punch a ghost in the face. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, nobody is, and it's two extra guns. It's gonna be a very big
Irons
party.
just like sort of blinks, like, wait, other people aren't ready to sucker punch a ghost in the face. Sure, fine. What if we kept the party on the outside of the house, and then the inside of the house?
No, no.
Yeah, come on.
It's a spooky haunted house
We
party.
could take
That's the
people
point of
inside
it.
the house in like groups, maybe.
Okay, we gotta go check out the house first. and see if
Yeah,
there's
I
a
was
garden
I
to
was
see how
planning on
nice it is.
actually asking if I could go do that while y'all set up for your spooky
Hooch.
party.
Sure, you could do that. I'm gonna go buy hooch.
You got a fire poker somewhere in the back there?
Fire poker, like a fire poker.
Like a fire poker, fire poker.
Are you gonna light another
Nope.
fire?
Fire
Please
poker's
don't.
made of iron. there's any ghosts, swing a bit of iron through it.
Can I rummage through the back of my car for an iron poker?
Go for
Fire
it.
poker.
Make a luck roll.
Okay.
Oof.
61 out of 50.
Yeah, 60. So you look for a fire
Yeah,
poker?
No fire
Yeah.
poker.
Well,
No
can I
fire
have a couple dollars? Grab one before I head over.
I hand him 20.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
We'll say fire poker does a solid D6 damage.
It's just a fucking club.
This is Ghost.
Pretty much. It's impaling though, so I mean you'll get that if you extreme success fighting brawl. No, you know what? Let's make this fighting fire poker. Let's make it.
Oh, God, no,
it's-
please.
no. It'll be fighting brawl.
Well, let's make it
Use
so
a-
no one can
Fighting
use
fire
this
poker.
ever.
Fighting
You said
whack.
a D6 brawl?
D6 brawl, and yeah, you'll get your damage bonus, and it's impaling, so it'll be a lot of damage if you get an extreme success.
All right, cool.
Just myself.
And I try to make specific sure that it's made of iron.
Sure, yeah.
How much
absolutely.
does a fire poker cost me?
$10.
Wow.
I would
Yeah,
say
right.
that's a little expensive.
Well, hey, you didn't.
You could
you
buy
just-
a gun for $10.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you want a gun or a fire poker?
Well, the thing is, I would imagine you'd have to buy it in like a set.
You have
So
to
you'd
buy a
set of,
full yeah, no,
Look.
you're right. They're wrought iron too. So
I'm going
yeah.
after. I'm going after this. I'm just going after like it's based off of a light sword, like a fencing foil, which is like $25. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah, that's fair,
it'll be
that's
like
fair.
10.
That's valid. That's fair.
All right.
Because it is a weapon.
It deals a D6
yeah.
damage apparently when you crack someone over the back of the fucking head with it.
Yeah. So if you extreme success that, I mean, that could
DiMaggio.
knock someone out.
Yeah. And then once I'm done on my fire poker adventure, I'm gonna go to the spook house. Oh,
Okay,
I'm also gonna buy some salt. Just like
Salt? Yeah,
a
that's easy
container of
enough.
salt.
A
big old
a
container.
container. Yeah, like a bag. You could get like a bag of like salt that we'd use on, like to clear snow off or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll say that would be
Rock
like
salt.
$1.
A buck. All right.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Let's see. Is there anything else that I want to get on my spooky murder list?
Any grapes, you know?
Grapes.
Put them in a bowl.
Let's see. So I got my rock salt.
Tortilla
I got-
chip.
Jesus Christ. I got my rock salt. I got my iron. Fuck it. We'll buy a Bible.
Sure. Let's see.
We'll
the
buy a
Lord's
Bible.
book.
Just in case.
We'll buy a cross.
Some holy
some
water
candles.
Candles, certainly.
with the Mary on them.
Oh yeah, a rosary.
Sure. For the sake of brevity, also you can kind of pick up all that for the $20 that you're given.
Yeah.
Just so I don't need to calculate a bunch of money stuff.
Yeah.
Just because it'll be.
I
easy
pick up all
to do
sorts
that.
of occultist garbage.
Sure, for sure. Some of it, might be helpful. Some of it is probably like just BS.
Do you
but
want me to note down
you never
specific
know.
things, or do you just want me to write pile of occultist garbage on my sheet?
I think it's fair to say a pile of occultist garbage because it's like fine to just be like, yeah, I had this silver chain, and like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
That,
Yeah, it's
whatever,
just a
that-
pile of occultist garbage. I think the only things of note are the fire poker and rock salt.
it's more narratively interesting to just be like, yeah, I do have this
Yeah.
in my box,
And then just head to the house once I have my pile of occultist
Cool.
garbage.
Can I be staking out the house while I'm waiting for them?
I was gonna say just to check out with Grant and Barnacle. Barnacle, you're going to the booze place.
And then my driver's meeting.
Yes,
There.
driver's meeting you there. The driver went to go pick up some groceries and drop them off at the house.
All his people.
You're going to the joint area. You went to buy something. Grant, you went straight from the Globe to the house.
Yeah, I'm doing a stake.
Okay, you'll be about half an hour behind him. Irons, you'll be about half an hour behind him, and then I'll say Barnacle will be about an hour behind you two, because it's kind of in opposite directions. We'll say. So, Grant, you pull up to the house. This is maybe not the first time you've like noticed the house, but this is the first or seen the house. This is the first time you actually like really perceived the house, though. Like you've probably driven past it before, walked past it, didn't really pay it any mind. It's an old house, whatever. There's old houses everywhere, but now that you see it, you can kind of get the feeling. You kind of understand why Mister Knott was kind of uneasy. It does look off. Like something about it just seems wrong. You don't know if it's like the placement. It seems like it kind of stands out, but also blends in, which is really difficult for you to understand and perceive. But the front door is ajar. The front door is open. But you're just kind of parked outside, I assume, on your motorcycle.
Yeah. Can I do a disguise roll?
Absolutely. What are you going to disguise yourself as? I'm so interested
All right.
now.
Well, so I've made myself a makeshift mustache and sunglasses.
Of course.
Now my disguise is a 5, so I'm hoping this goes well.
Please. Oh, would you like to spend 15 luck to succeed?
No. I'm keeping with my disguise.
Yes. Okay.
Whatever I crafted
Okay,
is
so
what
yeah,
I got.
a 20 out of 5. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you kind of put on this little mustache and sunglasses. You said.
No, they're like the cutout like circle ones. There's no lens.
Oh! I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay. You just kind of put on these false glasses over your head. And you don't change any of the clothing. And you said you go in?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I go across the street. I assume there's like a bush there, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. There's a bush.
And I hide in that, and I just look at the house. Anything
Sure.
around, I do a stakeout.
Yeah, you just gotta
Do I have to
stand
roll
there.
for anything?
Or crouch there, looking. Make a spot hidden and a listen. Both will be applicable.
What's the difference between spot hidden and stealth?
Stealth will be your ability to hide and avoid being seen. Spot hidden is the act of seeing something that is hidden.
Oh, okay, I see. So you want a spot hidden roll?
Yes, please.
God.
Oh
damn.
my god! It's not your lucky day for spot hidden. Of course, pushing a roll is always acceptable, but you by no means have to. That is a 95 out of 75, so that is a failure.
Yeah, I'll push it.
Excellent.
There we go. Oof, that was close.
Oh, okay.
73 out of 75.
Yeah, okay. So you do see inside, and make a listen check for me as well to see if you pick up anything audibly. Okay, that's fine. That's a 43 out of 20. Okay. So with a successful 73 out of 75 spot hidden, you keep a close eye on the house. It seems.
Am I
odd.
hiding? Because I definitely don't want to be seen by people.
Sure, make a stealth check as well then.
Yeah, that was the
Just
initial
sitting in a
thought there.
fucking
And I
bush.
failed it.
Wow.
Can I push that?
82 out of 75. You certainly can push it. That's insane.
There we
Okay,
go.
hard success. All right, make sure to click that dot, and you can improve that even further. But 33 out of 75 is a successful stealth, so you're kind of behind the bushes now, magnifying glass in hand, looking at the house from a distance with it. With a successful spot hidden, though, you look and see the door, like I said, is kind of ajar, and it's kind of moving back and forth a little bit. You can tell that there's a breeze. And you can see you swear you can see a set of shoes that are like set up by the like inside the doorway, like they're taken off, like someone went inside, took off their shoes. You just can see them there, but you don't see any movement from inside the house, like behind the windows or anything like that.
I think to myself, man, people really do arrive at parties early.
That's fair. After half an hour of sitting there, crouching in this bush, eventually you do see with a kind of a like a canvas bag in hand, Miss Irons walking up to the house.
Yep, I do see that.
You don't see him though. I'll say, Gareth, you do not see him crouching because he did get a hard success on his stealth. So you also do see though the door to the house is open, kind of not like wide open but ajar a little.
Sheldon just like pulls her like backpack off, drops down, ties the canvas bag to the side of the backpack, like straps it down, pulls the shotgun off the backpack, puts the backpack back on, and just casually walks into the house. And then like as soon as she's in the house and like out of view of the street, just pulls the shotgun up, like.
Sure. You pull it up.
And
First thing you do notice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually change the perspective of the roll 20.
Ooh.
Boom. Okay, here we are.
We have a party token.
You are the party token right now. So there we go. For the
I was about
party
to say.
of one. But you kind of step in and see this long hallway. It's dark, kind of dark in here. The windows are closed and the shades are pulled, so it's kind of dark in this. This is the main floor that you're on right now. I can actually. That's fine. You can see the other rooms. That's fine. You see that a couple of the doors are ajar, but the main thing you see is David, the man who had been driving you and the senator around. You see his shoes by the front door, and you see him down the hall near that doorway, lying face down on the ground. Groceries spilled all over the floor.
Yeah. Sheldon is just gonna, like, throw the door wide open so that as much light as possible is coming in here. And just,
Absolutely.
like, clear each door as she comes to it. Like, move to this one, look down it. Move to the next one, look down it. And then, like, slowly creep down the hallway up until the point where she gets to David, and then just grab him by the collar and drag him back to the door while keeping the shotgun leveled.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me pull this up. Okay. Sure. So the first room is going to be the room to your right that you kind of look in. This room contains conventional furnishings. It looks like a radio, a couch, stuffed chairs, and shelves laid in with like a number of like just different like pictures and baubles and other things. You also can't help but notice an unusual quantity of crosses, images of the Virgin, and other Catholic artifacts are also in this room. A surprising amount.
Just sort of scowls a little at all of the Jesus-ing.
You can hear that the building itself is old, wood is creaky, but you also swear as you're slowly moving down the hallway, you swear that you can hear footsteps every so often upstairs above you.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna creep as much as possible.
Also make a stealth check for me as well.
Woohoo! Oh, I used to be good at that.
Now
I am not.
So you feel like you're pretty stealthy though, kind of creeping through. The next room to your left is first room, not first room, second room technically. You kind of push the door ajar. It's a little bit open. Inside, you see that it's filled with boxes and junk. You see some like rusted water tanks, an old bicycle. There you see a small cupboard which is boarded shut, like someone has nailed shut this cupboard in this room. And the further you move in, the mustier the smell is. Like you can just smell just old home, definitely mold, other things like that. Continuing down the hall now, again, another room to your left. Peeking in is you see just a small room with old furniture, that you could, break up and turn into some wood. It's not really that useful. It looks like it's kind of old and already broken. Nothing too interesting. The next room, as you move down, is right in front where his body is. You can kind of see up towards this doorway. You can kind of see in that. It looks like the kitchen is in that room, which is probably where he was heading. In that third room, however, you see, is that the fourth room now? Fifth room? That doesn't matter.
Fourth room.
You see hanging overcoats, galoshes, hats, umbrellas, bags of coal that you would assume to be for a stove. And you see that there is another door, like a side door there, that would probably lead outside, that is secured with locks, bolts and 2 locks.
Okay. Do the coats and shoes and the like, do they look like they've been there a while?
They look like they've been used. They look like they haven't been used recently, though.
Okay.
Like there's like some wear and tear to them, but it looks like they've been hanging there for a little while.
Does it look like 2 years worth of hanging, or does this look like basically, do they look like the house was used in a period of time where it shouldn't have been?
Not really. It all kind of fits into what you understand
Cool.
time-wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag Dave out of here.
Okay, yeah, you pull him and begin to pull him, and you see that there, as you pull his body back, a long streak of blood going across the floor as you begin to pull him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna just drag him out the door before I worry about that.
Sure.
Just secure him.
Yep, you pull him out, and as you get out, Cal, you notice, you see her pulling out a body out of this house. And setting it down on the front porch.
Oof. How far away am I?
You're like across the street, so like a 30-foot jaunt, maybe.
Okay, can I stealth my way over to like? Is there a balcony or anything, or is it just like a?
There's a porch, so like there's not really a balcony on the house that you can see.
Not balcony. I meant porch.
Yeah, there is a porch.
Yeah, I'll stealth my way to the porch.
Sure, you kind of go up and move to the side and get up against the house and are kind of crouching near the porch. Yeah, and now Irons, and I suppose as well, Grant, both of you see a long slit mark across the throat of David. Like a deep knife wound had just cut across the neck.
Does Grant come over at this point?
He is
do I
dead.
know he's? Oh, wait, that's David. David's the dead boy.
Oh, sorry, Grant. Sorry, that's my bad. Grant, that is up to you, Cal. Do you make yourself known or do you stay hidden?
Yeah, I go. Psst.
Mr.
When
Grant.
you hear that, you. Yeah.
Oh, he sees me immediately. No,
Yeah.
I'm hidden. You can't see me.
Right there, Mr. Grant. Do you have a way of contacting Mr. Barnacle?
I mean, I could use a phone booth.
Yeah, do it. I'm gonna go back in.
You're going back in there?
Oh.
This is my job.
Look, we can hide this body.
She just is already taking off her backpack, leans it against the front, pulls off her 22 and slings it over her shoulder. Just goes, that right now ain't my problem. Right, no one from the street sees him. She says as she throws a blanket over him.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
We'll worry about the corpse later.
The party is soon. This is gonna ruin the
I
party.
really think the party is the absolute least of my concern.